Hey guys, welcome back. So today I am going to be painting these lovely boards that we have laid up here for the set for the show that I am doing at the moment. It's called The Trail to Oregon by STARKID. I need to paint all these sets as like the landscape of a bunch of like desert kind of scenery. If you've watched the STARKID show, you'll know what I'm talking about because we kind of got the same concept as them. Technically, I got inspiration from two photos of this, so we're trying to make it look like this, but we want the colors of this. And so I've got 5 different paints below me, and I'm thinking that I should start with the sky because I feel like that would be the best place to start so I can work my way down to the bottom. So yeah, it should be fun. Also, I thought it would be a fun idea to, while I'm doing this, just to not keep you guys bored watching paint dry, literally, to go through some STARKID Unpopular Opinions. I got a bunch of them written down on this piece of paper because I wanted to make this video, but I just didn't really find the time, and so this morning I was like, you know what? This is going to be a STARKID Unpopular Opinions video as well. I will put that right there and we shall get into it. I might have to switch the angle of this because I'm painting up there and you might just see my legs. Alright, we're at a high angle. Got my hair out of the way, got my paint. I might start off this video by actually specifying that I love STARKID. If any of you know me, you'll know that it's the only thing I ever talk about. And it gets kind of annoying a lot of the time. Apologies to all my friends that have to deal with that. But I love STARKID, so no hate towards them. I mean, we're doing a STARKID show in the first place, so if we really hated it that much, we wouldn't be doing a show. Yeah, let's jump right into it, shall we? First one, I got these off Reddit, by the way. First one is that Show-Stopping Number is very good, but it's definitely not the best song in the STARKID shows. I actually 100% agree. Listen, as great as Show-Stopping Number is, I love Robert, I love that song, it's very iconic, it won awards, good job, it was a very funny thing, but after a while, I just got paint on my face from the splash. After the first time, because when you watch it the first time, you're like, oh yes, this is amazing. But after a while, once you've watched it a couple times, you're kind of like, yeah. And the more times I watch it, I feel like it's just overrated. I just feel like I can't listen to Show-Stopping Number on the soundtrack anymore. Every time it comes on, when I press shuffle on my music, I kind of just like skip it. Sorry. I love musical numbers that are less show tunesy. Musicals like Hadestown, I love. Musicals that are specifically made to sound Broadway-ish, such as Show-Stopping Number, I am not the biggest fan of. It is a good song though, I must say, I love it. I love Robert's amazing dance moves. That's my opinion. I've been talking way too long on this one topic. I should probably move on. Alright, let's go to the next one. Brian Holden is very funny and underrated as an actor. Not quite the conversational opinion, but he seems underappreciated. Sorry, I had to move over one. I'm finished with that one. Brian Holden, aka Professor Lupin, aka Hagrid, aka Junior from Starship, then in my opinion, actually, you know what? Yes. He is underrated. He works really hard. If you guys have seen Meredith, his wife's YouTube channel, on the behind the scenes of things such as their Christmas Carol, I can see how hard he works. And I feel like people don't give him enough credit. And I love his singing. His singing is quite amazing, and I feel like people don't talk about it enough. He is, in my opinion, one of the best singers in STARKID. Like, just listen to this clip.
Friends and companions of evil and sin, think not of loss, but a new way to win. For what is present without a beginning to start it all? There is a boy everyone knows. The plan is simple. I I propose that we choke the weed before it grows up and ends it all. Do you follow me? So it's not over yet.
Beautiful. He's just a great guy, and I do think he's underappreciated because he does a lot of work to get STARKID shows together, and he's been working there since the very first Harry Potter musical. Even though he wasn't there, he was working for it, and people just don't talk about him enough, you know? So that's that opinion. I am taking way too long answering these. Also, my sheet is like so far away now that I have to get down and look at the next one. So the next one is that Lauren is very overrated and they don't understand why people obsess over her so much. I don't know. Lauren is a very talented actress and a very talented singer. She's been there since the beginning. She hasn't been in every STARKID show though. She wasn't in Annie. I think yes. I do think she's slightly overrated. Only because she was the best character in the Harry Potter musicals. When I go back and watch those musicals, I watch her and I'm like, dude, you were so funny when I first watched you. It might just be because I've watched the musical far too many times. Her character just had a lot of good lines, and I feel like if she was playing a different character, she's very talented and she would make any character amazing. But if she was playing any other character in any of the Harry Potter musicals, I feel like they just wouldn't roll well and she wouldn't have the reputation that she currently has. Don't get me wrong, I love her. She is amazing. But I do feel like sometimes she is a bit overrated. Like, I watched Black Friday and people were clapping and cheering when she first got on stage. And no one did that for any of the other characters. And I feel like other members deserve to have more leeway and appreciation. Anyway, next opinion. I need to get down and read. The next STARKID opinion is that Jeff Lynne's falsetto is over the top and just a bit too much. I agree. Jeff Lynne has a beautiful voice. He is such a good singer. And I feel like in the newer shows like Black Friday and Guy Didn't Like Musicals, he's kind of just gone over the top with the falsetto thing, and I'm like, dude, can you just use your natural voice? Because it sounds amazing. Especially in the song Feast or Famine. In my opinion, it kind of just, his falsetto ruins the song. Just watch the clip, you'll see what I'm talking about.
You never should settle for a lifetime that is handed to you. There's always a line to be caught and someone to bury you. And if you should find that you're about to get the short of the stick, take what you want, return what you get.
You never should settle.
You never should settle.
You never should settle.
For the lifetime. For the lifetime.
For the lifetime that is
handed to you. Feast or famine.
I feel like they should bring his natural voice back. He sang beautifully in The Trail to Oregon and in Twisted. That was great. He does write the music though, so maybe he just really, really likes singing in falsetto and he just needs it. I'm even further away now. The next opinion is that Harry Potter musical is one of the weakest shows. I'm too far away. Hold on, give me a sec. I almost fell off. A Harry Potter musical is one of the weakest shows from a musical standpoint. Don't mind me while I eat a paintbrush. I don't know, I really liked a Harry Potter musical. And there are a bunch of people out there that say that a Harry Potter sequel was the better show. For me, I think that a Harry Potter musical was the better show. And this is strictly just speaking that everything was new and everything was happening for the first time. There were some jokes that just didn't roll very well in the Harry Potter sequel, and it went for a long time. Also, I think that from a musical standpoint, maybe the second one was better. I don't know. There were some songs that I really liked in the first one and some songs that I also really liked in the second one. Also, I think the characters in the first one were better. I definitely enjoyed watching Joe Walker as Voldemort instead of Umbridge. I don't know, I just enjoyed watching him much better as Voldemort because I thought that character arc was a lot better. And there was some endings in the second one that I didn't necessarily like that much. But I will say that I liked Ron better in the second one. And I liked how he wasn't a douchebag like he was in the first one. Because he kind of sucked. I think over the 3 musicals, the best character arc is definitely Ron. Because he starts off being a horrible person. A horrible person. And he ends up being one of the best people ever. Alright. I'm going to turn the camera around. Hopefully it doesn't die. Because there's a board behind the camera that I still need to paint. So we'll see what happens. My arms hurt though. That makes me better wherever I go. So I will try not to cry. No one needs to say goodbye. Works good enough. Alright, you can't see me that well from this angle. I'll move you back when I do the rest of them. But let's keep going with these unpopular opinions, shall we? I can access them so much more easily over here. The next one that I've already kind of discussed is that Lauren Lopez is the most popular of the girls. Meredith is this person's personal favorite. However, Jamie is probably the most talented. I will say this, Jamie is my personal favorite. Meredith wrote Firebringer, and Firebringer, in my opinion, was the worst musical. No offense, I still love it, but it was the weakest from the storyline perspective. The music was great, one of the best soundtracks, I will say, because I loved every single song. But from a storyline perspective, it did suck. The jokes just didn't run smoothly. While watching it, I was thinking, there are so many better things that you could do with this story, but you didn't, and I'm annoyed. How cool would it have been if Zazzaloo had got together with Kiri instead of Jamila? Like, their love story, Jamila and Zazzaloo, just didn't work. It just was so forced, and I didn't like it, and it just came out of nowhere. Like, okay, watch this scene and tell me that Zazzaloo and Kiri are not meant for each other.
Ever. Kiri, I can't go on knowing that I missed out on something this big. I can't do that to future generations. No, fuck future generations. I can't spend one more night in a wet cave in a stank-ass pile of stinky-ass people.
Am I right? Jamie, I will say the one character that I didn't like that Jamie played was Schwoopsie from Firebringer. Again, talking about Firebringer, it is one of their weakest musicals. I still love it though. She was very annoying. Jamie, I love you. That character was not meant for you. Sorry. Characters I did like from Firebringer was, oh my gosh, what's Joe Walker's character? The guy that has the duck. Oh my gosh. Whoever Joe Walker's character's name is. I also liked Grunt and Emberleaf. They were so cute. Loved that love story. At least there was one good love story in Firebringer. Alright, I have changed positions. I've tied my hair up because my hair was getting in the paint before. I've done the blue. I'm trying to do a gradient of like a kind of sunset. We'll see how that goes. Okay, next one is, this person said, don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but I think Bonnie and her character is way better than anyone else in the Potter shows. When I read the books, I picture her rather than Emma Watson. Honestly though, it's kind of true. Bonnie is a very good Hermione. There's a lot of people that I actually envision as Harry Potter characters rather than the ones from the movies, such as Darren Criss as Harry Potter. I don't picture Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter anymore. I don't know, sometimes I picture Joey Richter as Ron, but Joey Richter's Ron and the Ron from the books are very different characters. Very different characters. I do picture Brian a lot as Lupin rather than the one from the movies. Quirrell. Yes, I also picture Brian as Quirrell. Brian Rosenthal. Hope I'm saying his name right. If I'm not, please tell me. I have dyslexia. Is my excuse for everything. She's very good Hermione. I do picture her a lot. But I feel like Meredith's Hermione was also good. And I feel like they might be equal, except for the fact that I think that Meredith's Hermione, all of her jokes fall flat. And that's probably because it's the last one and they rush it really quickly and they didn't have time to really fledge out good jokes. But I don't know, I like both of their Hermiones. Next one is Trail to Oregon sucks. It has some nice songs, but the story's kind of cringy, especially the ending. I love Trail to Oregon. Why would I be doing it if I didn't? Trail to Oregon is honestly one of my favorite STARKid shows. Some people don't like it because of the excessive toilet humor that is in it. But most of the time it's not even that excessive. Like, except for Dysentery World, which kind of I used to not like that much, but now I really like it. And the ending song, which I am not looking forward to doing. And I hope no one votes for me, because that would be a nightmare. Coming real close now. Really love the songs for the Trail to Oregon. I really love it, and I think that the ending is so sweet and nice. When I say ending, I am skipping over the death song, because that is anything but sweet and nice. I love Trail to Oregon. So good. So I disagree with that, except for the ending. Right, do you want to see what I've done so far? Because I honestly haven't done much and it looks like I've been doing way more. Yeah, I'll give you a tour. So over here we've got this beautiful blue gradient sky. I've been trying to make it as much of a gradient in the middle as I can. I'll keep trying my best. We've got an outline of a cactus and we've got some underground under there, and this is, I still need to make these into a gradient. So we've got the sun over here and there's gonna be a cactus down here and a mountain, and then got a cloud up there and then a mountain here. Then this mountain is going up into this tall mountain that has a peak and goes down, and there's going to be a cactus here too. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this type of video, I might do more of it because it's just fun to do. Just talking to someone while doing something, even though they don't respond back to you. I love painting. I have a lot of painting left to do. I will upload a photo of the finished product when I am finished. But for now I gotta keep going because these sets are not gonna paint themselves, and we have a show in April. We've got 21 rehearsals left to do. And we're meant to be off script by Monday. Ugh. My arms hurt and this video is already getting way too long, so I will say goodbye to everyone. Bye bye!